Bill. Bill, how are you?
Just fine.
Good.
Gosh, I'm sure glad that you had Fred on tonight.
All right.
I have been an admirer of his for a long time for coming out with this photograph.
Bill, can you please speak up?
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
What I wanted to say to Fred is thank you for the offer of help that you gave me when I called you recently. I'd like to tell you now that I don't need it, but thank you anyway. The reason I don't need it is I found a book in a bookstore, and I used this in my presentation on January the 7th, and the book is called Exploring Space with a Camera, and it's published by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is NASA, and it has photographs in this book, official NASA photographs, in a book published by NASA, and I know that in the past they have stated that you phonied your photographs and they weren't really NASA photographs, and especially James Oberg, the NASA spokesman, is famous for that. I would like to say that in this book, it has some of the same photographs that you have in your book. It shows domes. It shows some of the markings on the moon. On page 104, it shows the tracks of the mining vehicles and one of the mining vehicles itself. And it shows that it goes in and out of craters. In other words, it rolls downhill and then it goes uphill several times. And on page 118 in this book, it shows the tracks of a small mining vehicle and then the tracks of a very large mining vehicle, which do the same thing. Go down into deep craters and then come up the other side. And let me read you what NASA says about this. It says a boulder that rolls downhill and the track it made on the moon are shown in the lunar orbiter photograph at left. Now, this book was published, Fred, in 1968, and I'll be happy to share this with you if you'd like to meet.
I've seen it. I know the lunar orbiter program. I've studied these photographs as well.
Great. But I wanted to let you know now that they can't say anymore that your photographs are phony because it is in an official publication of NASA itself, and in here it does show the domes, it does show the tracks.
The thing is that if I would be totally crazy if I would put photographs in my book that are phony and then number it underneath with the original NASA photo numbers of the lunar orbiter flights or the Apollo flights or whatever.
Yes, I know that, Fred, and you know that, but the people out there listening don't know that. And when they write to NASA and ask for those same photographs, NASA tells them that there are no such photographs. That's the problem. So what I'm trying to do is substantiate what you're saying because I have it in a book published by NASA, and they cannot say that these photographs in this book are not NASA photographs.
Okay, that's very nice if you bring it up.
Anyway, good luck, and I'm glad you're on the show, and I'm with you all the way.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Bill. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Fred Steckling is my guest. Get back to more of his telephone calls with you after these massages. My name is Billy Goodman. This is the Billy Goodman Happening, the only scientific spiritual happening anywhere in the universe. And speaking of the universe, we have as a guest tonight Fred Steckling, who is convinced, totally convinced, there are alien bases on the moon, and they are manned by humans. That gives me the chills for some reason. I don't know what it is, Fred. It just gives me the chills when I think of that. Hi, you're next to the Billy Goodman Happening on KVEG with my guest, Fred Steckling. Hello?
Hello?
Who are you calling?
Is this Billy Goodman?
Yes. This is Billy Goodman. If you turn your radio off, ma'am, you'll be able to converse with me better because it'll...
I'm not on the air, though, am I?
Yes, you are. You're on the radio, so please turn your radio down.
Well, I just wonder why, Billy, that you're playing music every time somebody calls.
I play music, ma'am. I play music in the background all the time. That is part of my happening. It's been that way since August.
That's ridiculous, Mr. Goodman.
Okay, thank you very much for your call. Why is there? What is this going? What is going on tonight? Is this like come at me tonight? Come and get him? Hi, you're next to the Billy Goodman Happening on KBEG.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi, this is Terry from Oceanside.
Hi, Terry.
I want to know, Mr. Steckling, what do you think of the idea that the moon is hollow, and did George Adamski ever mention anything about that? No, yes, he said that the moon is not hollow, and the planets are not hollow. That life is on the surface of the planet, of the Earth, of the other planets, as well as on the moon. There are some bases on the moon which are partially underground, large hangars and entrances into craters where they have to store their equipment, but hollow itself as a body, no. Because the moon has
the book, Inside the Flying Saucers, that there's a beautiful strip of section on the center of the moon in which vegetation grows. And also he says that the other side of the moon is temperate because it's not hot. It doesn't sound like he's talking about the dark side of the moon because it gets, sunlight there too.
Well, what he's talking about is the temperate area which is in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere on the moon, not the equator. And that the area around the lunar poles are really a great mystery to us because we have not totally photographed them, and we suspect great amounts of water that exist there. And in my book, Alien Bases on the Moon, I have color photographs that show different colors. They were taken by Apollo 8, that shows definitely an area that looks like the southwest desert areas of the United States with green areas inside the craters. The rest of the terrain looks brown, light brown, and you can see the green colors in it. And there must be some vegetation there because, as we established already earlier, the moon has a gravitational field much higher than we have been told. It also can hold an atmosphere. I have photographs to prove that there are clouds near the moon, and clouds mean that there has to be evaporation of moisture to create clouds and condense them. And when you have clouds, you have rain, and when you have rain, you have a cycle, a natural cycle taking place, and there's some form of vegetation that grows up there.
All right, Terry, thanks for your call. Okay, buddy, bye-bye. Fred Steckling wrote the book Alien Bases on the Moon. Fred, how can they get a copy of the book if they would like to read the book and see all of these fabulous photographs, fascinating photographs of the activity on the moon?
Okay, the book Alien Bases on the Moon can be obtained from GOF International, PO Box 1722, 1722, Vista, VISTA, California, 92083. And the book costs $12.95 plus $150 postage and handling.
All right, Fred Steckling, I want to thank you very, very much for being my guest tonight. Hopefully down the line we'll do this again. We'll get some feedback from our listening audience, people who could not get through the telephones. I'm sure I'll be receiving some mail on that, and then maybe we'll get back to you again. How's that?
Oh, that would be nice. And I enjoyed it very much, and you're a very nice host.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Fred Steckling. All right, Alien Bases on the Moon manned by humans. That has me thinking, really thinking. How about you? Hope you enjoyed Fred Steckling tonight. Don't forget, coming up on Monday night we'll have Dr. Bruce Goldberg, and he'll be talking about past lives and future lives and hypnotic regression, things of that nature. So be around for that. Of course, tomorrow night, our guest host will be Stacy Borland. Stacy Borland. And that phone caller that called about music really has been behind us since back in August. It's always been a part. That is a part of the Billy Gibbon happening. I guess you could say it's almost like it's what makes the happening different than a regular show, I guess, or a regular program. That's why it is a happening. It's the only scientific, spiritual happening anywhere in the entire universe. And that's what makes it stand out. And if it offends you, I'm very, very sorry. You're the first person that's ever complained about the music. But everybody seems to be in a complaining mood, and that's okay. Come on at me. You might as well. It's a good time. I'm pretty vulnerable right now. You can see my emotions are hanging right out there. I want to tell you about the Vagabondian class that happens at the top of the hour, on the hour. I'll give you some rundown of what goes on here. I see you calling on the brand new member line, but if I were to put you on right now, it would be such a short phone call. And why deprive you of that? Because if you're calling in for the first time, I want to give you as much time as I possibly can. So if that is you calling on the new member line, wait till after the news, and I'll be happy to talk with you. Matter of fact, I look forward to talking with you after the news. But if I put you on right now, I know you will not like it. It'll be such a short telephone call because we only have about a minute and a half. Actually, about a minute and a half, before we get up to news time. Now, we stated before that we try our best, to make it happen as best we possibly can. Now, I talked to Bob Lazar today, and I know there are a lot of people out there waiting for the answer to two questions. What is the atomic weight of element 115? And what is the resonant frequency of the gravity wave? Well, I talked to Bob Lazar personally today, and he said that he would give up with those answers hopefully by the weekend. He's a very, very busy young man. happy to report he's a very busy young man right now. So if you're the ones that have put that into the network, Paranet, I understand we're part of Paranet, which is out of Denver. I talked to someone from Lowell, Massachusetts today, as a matter of fact, and knows all about the Billy Goodman happening. We're talking 3,000 miles away, and they are all aware of what we are doing right here because of you. Because you are what makes the happening happen. Your telephone calls, even if they are negative sometimes, that doesn't make any bit of difference. It really doesn't. It doesn't upset me. You speak your piece, you say what you want. The thing that does upset me is when you don't discuss it or talk to me in a way like, why do you play music? Or to say, that's ridiculous. That's an opinion. That's sticking an opinion. And it's like almost you're trying to put a point across that shouldn't be done because you don't like it. And that's not the way it should be handled. Anyway, we are going to take a little time out for some news. And then we're back with more. Final hour of the Billy Goodman happening with the open mic time. We'll reflect on what happened the past 2 hours and everything else that might be on your mind. So I look forward to talking to you after the news. Don't go anywhere. I don't want to be left alone.
Las Vegas calling. Top of a conversation like that, and to hear what everyone is saying, and to get the point across, and to give everyone a turn, and I think you did a terrific job.
Well, I thank you very much for the telephone call.
You're welcome, sir.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. I appreciate the phone call. That was nice. Anyway, we're back with more of your Billy Goodman happening. The only scientific spiritual happening anywhere in the entire universe. Did you enjoy that interview with Fred Steckling? Imagine alien bases on the moon. That's one thing. But to say that the humans are manning those alien bases, my friend, that's something else. What do you think so? Okay, we'll open up the telephone lines just for you now. It's open mic. What is on your mind for the next hour? I know there's something on your mind. Just by the way you're staring at that radio saying, I do have something to say, and I do want to talk to him. I do have this to say, and whatever the case may be. And if you've never called before, why don't you give us a call? If you're outside the state of Nevada, or is that Nevada? Or as Geraldo says, Nevada, you call us at 702-451-5655. Hi, I'm in Las Vegas. Where are you?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello, this is Rich from Brea.
Hello, Rich from Brea.
Hi, is Fred Steckling on anymore?
No, he's not.
Oh, all right.
You don't have your radio on?
My girlfriend called with a sighting we just had in California here, Southern California.
A sighting in Southern California. How about describing this? Why doesn't she call and tell us instead of you giving us the second-hand information?
Nah, she's shy.
Yeah.
We went out, it was over at Anaheim Hills out here in Brea by Disneyland, and it was like a...
Isn't that nice? It was right in your backyard.
Yeah.
Wow. Very nice.
And it was heading south. It had blue lights on top and 3 lights on the bottom that were changing colors. And
I'm sure you reported this, right?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. You are going to report this, though.
Who do I report this to?
Don't you have a place down in L.A. that kind of follows up on that stuff?
I have some books I could report it to.
No, I mean, there are some places down there that take those kind of phone calls. You report on UFO sightings?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah. You might even want to call the police department and let them know there's a sighting or something like that.
Yeah, we're kind of excited here.
Huh?
It's the first thing we've seen here for a while. So.
Yeah.
I saw when I was about 8, that's what got me into the UFO. Landed in my uncle's farm back in Iowa, and 3 circles in the field back there that don't grow. To this day, it's a big patch that's burned into there, and there's been
Speak up. Come on, speak up. Talk directly to us.
I'm sorry.
That's much better. I really, people say to me, I get letters say, Billy, why do you tell this people? Why? Because most people can't hear it. Not the average person has the greatest ears in the world. And they're driving their car, and they're not just sitting there with headphones on. So you've got to really come at them and talk directly to them.
Okay.
If you really want to get your point across, if you want to mumble to yourself, that's another story. If you say, and then you hang up the phone and think you told a story, that's another story. But if you really want to get it across, that's so important, then here's your time to do it.
Yeah, just about all my life we've had weird things come up with UFOs. Since I was about 8, I saw one